Hello everyone, this is MajesticKarLyn and we're playing Project Castaway. And today I'm going to talk to you about the keyboard and mouse keybinds. I know all about the controller keybinds, but I don't know much about the keyboard and mouse ones. And I know this is something the devs are going to be working on in the future. So why don't we get into it? Oh, and by the way, stick around to the end of the video because there's a special keybind or two that I want to show you. All right, let's get into it. Now we're going to go into our options menu with the escape key. We're going to go into options and we're going to go down to controls. And in controls, you'll find all the options you have for the controls for keyboard and mouse. Tab, open backpack. B, open journal. E, interact. R, alternate interact. Sprint is the shift key. Crouch is C. Jump is spacebar. R is also reload. Aim is your right mouse click. And of course, everyone knows WASD. And I struggle with those movements on keyboard and mouse. I'm a controller girl. That's all there is to it. Let me show you quickly too. If you want to change any of these keybinds, you just left click on it and you pick a button that you want to change it to. Let's say Z, and I would change it to Z. And let's just bring it back to where it was. And there you go. So that is what the escape key does. The escape key also will back you out of anything that you're doing. So let's say we press the journal key, which is B, which I think it should be J, so that could be something we could change, but it's B. Now, you're in this, you can also press B again and get out of it. But if you'd like to, you can press that and you can also press escape. It does the same thing. That's a little extra something you get with the escape key. Let's go to a different location for a different view for the next part of the video. Be right back. All right, we are back looking over at Radio Tower Island. And now I'm going to show you what the Alt key does. The Alt key brings up your radio wheel, which shows you your journal, your backpack, the GPS radar, your arms, which you can check your arms out for any bugs, because that is going to be part of the game at some point, and your tape player so you can re-listen to your tapes. Also, you can do that in your journal. And of course, you can also access your weapon. So those are your options you have for the Alt key. I'm going to wait till morning and I'm going to show you the other uses of some of the other keys that I have found. Be right back. All right, we're back and I'm holding a stone. And you're probably wondering, why are you holding a stone? It's to show you that you can drop a stone, which you all already know because it tells you at the bottom, using the G button. You could also use the G button to drop anything else in your hand, like this. Now, let me pick that back up because I can't afford to lose another one of these. And on the subject of tools and weapons in your hand, you can use the scroll wheel on your mouse to scroll through your inventory, or you could use your number buttons to do the same thing. Two different ways to get through to your weapons and tools. Let's go find another keybind that I can show you that you may not know about. Be right back. So I brought us over here to the Wilsons so we can talk about a key that some of you may not know exists. It's for console commands, and it's the Tilde key. And you'll find that usually directly under the escape key. Now, as you can see, I did already type something in there. You type the word help and enter, and it brings you up the commands. The only commands that you can use are, I wish I could point to them with my pointer, but I can't because I'm playing with keyboard and mouse. You can only use fire start, fire stop. I believe you can do remove sticks, but I haven't tried that yet myself. You can also use unstuck key. The unstuck key is a really fun one because you just type unstuck. And yes, you kind of bounce around because you're using your keyboard. And then when you hit it, it just jumps you back to a safe location. So if you're in the water and a shark's coming by or something like that, you can jump away into a safe location closer to shore. Or There are times as well when you get stuck in the game. I'm sure some of you might have experienced that, and you would just do that unstuck command and it would jump you backwards away from where you're stuck, like in a floorboard in your lovely humble abode. In any case, that's the tilde key. All right, let's go see. I think there's one more thing I want to show you. Oh yes, the best one, the one that I like. All right, let's go do that. Now here's the best part that I needed to show you that I saved for last. It has to do with picking things up and moving them around, but you need your backpack for that. I'm going to open the backpack. I'm going to go inside my backpack and show you how you can pick up things and move them to other locations in the compartment. You also need your backpack, let me step forward here, to pick up things outside of your backpack and move them around or even place them in your backpack, like so. Which is all terrific. We love that. And then you switch compartments by going back and forth on the top keys up here. And you can do the same thing with your tools. Now, you all probably know that already if you use keyboard and mouse, and maybe some of you don't. Now, let me show you what happens when I plug in my controller. This is an option that keyboard and mouse do not have. Oh, I have my controller in my hand again. I feel so much more complete. All right, so I can do the same things. I can pick things up and I can move them around just like so. But I can also, did you see that? Did you see that? I didn't go up here to change compartments. I just stayed right in here. My direction pad moves me from compartment to compartment. And I can pick this up. Let's say I want to organize my backpack a little bit better. I can put it over here. I can go back. Let me move this coconut over. I want it over in this section. And I can move it over here. That is how easy it is to move back and forth from compartment to compartment with controller. There is no keybind for that at this time with keyboard and mouse. I'm sure the devs in time will definitely have a keybind for you for keyboard and mouse so that you're able to do the same thing I was able to do on controller. But my controller is the best. Woohoo! Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I just love my controller. All right, I think that might be it. Well, that's everything I wanted to show you about keyboard and mouse keybinds that you may not have known about, particularly because most new players are still learning. Heck, we're all still learning. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. If there's anything I missed, please put it down in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. If you're liking my content, please put a like on the video and consider subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate it. This is MajesticKarLyn in Project Castaway, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.